Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Melda Nursalna and my partners are Hendra Basuki and Siti Hadijah. We are from the first group and today we are going to discuss about language and curriculum design or development consists of the concept of language curriculum, environment analysis, and also needs analysis. So, let's get started. Okay, first, I will explain a little about what is curriculum. So, curriculum may be defined as a plan for achieving goals that dealing with the learner's experiences. It can be a system for dealing with the society, field of study with its own foundations, theories, principles, and specialists. Curriculum is a concise statement or table of the heads of a discourse, the contents of a treatise, the subject of a series of lectures, and also subject matter or course content. Jadi kurikulum itu adalah sebuah plan, sebuah rancangan untuk mencapai sebuah tujuan. Tujuan apa? Yaitu tujuan di dalam pendidikan. The next, what is curriculum development? Curriculum development is an essentially practical activity to improve the quality of language teaching through the use of systematic planning, development, and review practices in all aspects of a language program. The process of curriculum development covers determining learners' needs, developing aims or objectives to address the needs, determining an appropriate syllabus, course structure, and teaching methods and materials, and also carrying out an evaluation of the language program that result from these activities. So, I think the point is curriculum development is an activity to improve the quality of language teaching. The development process is determined based on the learner's needs. Jadi, pengembangan kurikulum ini adalah sebuah kegiatan yang dilakukan untuk meningkatkan kualitas dari pengajaran bahasa. Di mana proses pengembangan ini juga didasarkan atas apa yang dibutuhkan oleh para peserta didik. Kemudian juga pengembangan kurikulum ini dilakukannya itu step by step procedure that require to actually form the curriculum. I think like that. Next, what is curriculum design? Curriculum design is the process of deciding on what students learn in a program in terms of knowledge, skills, and also values, as well as how this learning should take place in terms of planning, measuring, and evaluating. Jadi, kurikulum design itu adalah sebuah proses yang memutuskan apa yang harus dipelajari oleh para peserta didik dalam suatu kurikulum gitu, baik mengenai pengetahuannya, keterampilannya, dan juga nilai-nilainya, dan juga mengenai bagaimana pembelajaran ini akan berlangsung seperti apa, ya mulai dari perencanaannya, kemudian pengukuran, dan juga evaluasi dari pembelajaran itu termasuk di dalam kurikulum design. So, in designing a curriculum, we must consider the wide range of factors. Nah, dalam mendesain sebuah kurikulum ini, kita harus memperhatikan dan mempertimbangkan beberapa faktor-faktor. The first factor is the learner's present knowledge and lacks, yaitu pengetahuan dan kekurangan dari peserta didik saat ini. apa saja pengetahuan mereka sudah sampai mana, apa saja kekurangan-kekurangan mereka gitu. Kemudian the second factor is the resources available including time. Maksudnya adalah apa saja gitu sumber daya yang tersedia, termasuk juga mengenai waktu. The third factor is the skill of the teachers. Nah, ini adalah hal yang sangat penting juga, yaitu mengenai keterampilan dari para guru. The next is the curriculum designer strength and limitation, and the last is the principle of teaching and learning. In the curriculum design process, these factors are considered in three sub-processes. They are environment analysis, needs analysis, and the application of principles.
Okay, next I will going to explain about environment analysis. Environment analysis involves looking at factors that will have a strong effect on decision about the goals of the course, what to include in the course, and how to teach and assess it. These factors can arise from the learners, the teachers, and the teaching and learning situation. Environment analysis is also called situation analysis or constraint analysis. So we can invert or we can conclude from the title environment analysis is analysis about the environment. So what is the environment? What does the environment mean? Because we study about design curriculum. So ini yang berhubungan dengan kurikulum. Kurikulum itu kan biasanya tentang school and university, right? So we study about the environment is we can see at the PPT, right? These factors can arise from the learners, the teachers, and the teaching and learning situation. So from those factors itu termasuk dari environment. Jadi seberapa pentingkah dalam desain kurikulum? Yes, ini very important. Why? Because environment analysis is a part of curriculum design. Because at its most basic level, it ensures that the course will be usable. Ya, karena environment analysis itu adalah basicnya level yang sangat basic dalam perancangan sebuah kurikulum. Jadi kita harus melalui tahap dulu. Tahap apa sih? Ya ini, environment analysis yang menganalisa lingkungan, menganalisa faktor-faktor. Jadi kita memperhatikan faktor-faktor dari 3 faktor tersebut. Yang mana sih yang dapat membuat pembelajaran itu lebih efektif? Apa saja? Contohnya kan there are three factors. We take for example from learning situation. So for example is about the room. So what is the comfortable? Apa yang nyaman itu? Bagian apa sih nyaman? Bagaimana sih pembelajaran tersebut itu supaya nyaman? Maybe we can lebarkan kelasnya mungkin. Bagaimana tempat posisi duduknya. Nah, jadi seperti itu. Jadi kita menganalisis bagaimana sih dari 3 faktor tersebut supaya kurikulum itu dapat tujuan dari kurikulum tersebut dapat kita capai, dapat saat kita mencapainya tersebut sesuai dengan apa yang diharapkan baik dari teachers, dari learner, right? So saat semua itu tercapai, jadi kita dalam proses pembelajaran tersebut itu dapat berlangsung secara efektif. Okay, so the environment analysis is very important part, right? Jadi intinya environment analysis itu analisis mengenai lingkungan. Lingkungan yang mana? Ya yang tiga faktor tersebut dari teachers and learner and the learning situation. From those factors we can check an information, check a data to memilih yang mana sih kegiatan apa sih yang cocok dilakukan untuk kurikulum yang lebih baik ke depannya seperti itu. Misalnya we get a very few kegiatan, misalnya kegiatan yang cocok dalam proses pembelajaran misalnya A, B dan C, but kita pertimbangkan yang mana sih yang lebih better, yang mana yang lebih baik gitu. Setelah kita ambil, nah kita terapkan dalam kurikulum berikutnya gitu. Jadi intinya seperti itu. Environment analysis is very important part from design curriculum.
Okay, next I will explain about need analysis. What are needs? The term need is sometimes used to refer to wants, desires, demands, expectation, motivation, likes, and constraints. Burnley, 1984. Need analysis is procedure used to collect information about linear needs. Needs analysis is the distinct necessary phase in planning educational programs, emergent in the 1916 as part of the system efforts to curriculum development and was part of the prevalent philosophy of educational accountability. Okay, need analysis, Born GD 1995, p 3542 stage. The need analysis in general terms, also called needs assessment, refers to the activities involved in gathering information that will serve as the basis of developing a curriculum that will meet the learning needs of the particular group of students. In the case of language program, these needs will be language related. Once identified, needs can be stored in the terms of goals and objectives, which in turn can serve as the basis of developing tests, materials, teaching activities, and evaluation strategies, as well as for reflecting the precision and of the original need assessment. Oke. Oke, jadi need analysis adalah proses mengumpulkan dan menganalisis informasi tentang peserta didik untuk menetapkan suatu tujuan dan isi kurikulum. Jadi need analysis juga biasanya tuh menggali informasi lain yang perlu diidentifikasi seperti tentang kebutuhan, kekurangan, dan keinginan siswa atau siswi. Pertama, kebutuhan berhubungan dengan apakah dengan kurikulum yang seperti ini dapat efektif bila diberlakukan dalam suatu sekolah ataupun universitas seperti itu. Okay, next, need analysis, discovering needs. Necessities, likes, and wants may all involve some kind of conversion of reference to lists of item which can as the learning goals of the course and expectation to this is to the best course on the what learners request. In this case, the leads are created by the learners. That this is effective is the learners have to clear purpose of learning English, which they are aware of. Before any needs analysis can take place, curriculum planning must make contain fundamental discussion will be involved in the needs analysis. What type of information should be gathered? Which point of view should be referenced? And how to mix points of view and program philosophy and traits. So that's our presentation. Thanks for watching and your thanks for your attention. The last I say, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.